Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening or good morning, wherever you are. So, today is the episode 14 of the Life Journey series. And this series is about sharing the journey of my fellow business owners in our community. And they're sharing about their why and how this opportunity had impacted their life so far. So if you are catching us live, please let us know. Shower us some loves down there. If you have some questions, leave it down there also, and we can get you on later on. And if we haven't met before, my name is Jessa. I'm a healthcare assistant. I'm also running my own medical business. I help others to set up their own by utilizing an automated system. And I'm one of the mentor in the organization called Core Mentors Association. So today my guest is all the way from Dubai. So I hope you guys look forward and be inspired by her story. So let me bring her on so you guys can see her. Hi Liz. Welcome
Hi,
to the show.
Jessa. Thank you so much for having me. Hello and good afternoon from Dubai, and good morning, good evening to the rest of the world.
Yeah, so Liz, tell us about you. What do you do before you join this opportunity?
Okay, well, my name is Liz, and I am a Filipino working and living here in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, for more than 13 years now. So I have always been in the retail industry. My husband is also in the retail industry. He's a graphic designer, and I am a merchandise planner. So that's been my background. I've been working in this industry for more than a decade, and this is what I've been doing before I become a digital business owner middle of last year.
Yeah, you're still working in that, right? In that job right now.
Now I am back to that job. Actually, last year I lost my job around July because of the pandemic, So
Okay.
even though I have been in the retail industry, I was still not having my job security, So biggest lesson for me actually last year is the realization that no matter how long you've been working in a job, no matter how great you think you are at your job, there's really no job security. They can just invite you to a short meeting saying, I'm sorry, we had to let you go because la la la. And then you have to pack your things and you have to leave the company.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. A
that
lot of
is
people Yeah, a lot of people had realized that actually during this pandemic because they lost their job, and a lot of
yes.
they're struggling to find a new job. Actually, right now I've known a lot of people that are still reaching out to me if there's some job or somewhere that I could help, but it's not really easy this time during this time.
Mhm.
So yeah, so let's move on to the next question. So what's make you decide to jump into this opportunity?
Well, it's the same reason, Jessa, that, I was fearing that I don't have my job security. So it was in March of last year that my husband and I felt the need to look for a plan B, something that we can do with our spare time, something that preferably we can do from home, and something that wouldn't take so much of our time because back then we were both already working and our
Mm-hmm.
jobs are already very tedious. It takes like more than 9 hours of our day, 5 times a week. So sometimes we even work on weekends. So if we are to do a business, we want it to be flexible, we want it to be doable, and we want to have the flexibility to do it whenever and wherever we want. So I remember then that there was a opportunity that was shared with us October of 2019, but
Okay.
then during that time we didn't really had much interest on looking for a business. We didn't really actually have the time to watch the webinar. I signed up on it, fine. I signed up on it, but the webinar invite just sat on my inbox. I didn't really watch it. I said I'll watch it later. I don't really need it right now. But come March, what's happening in March. It's the start of the
Yes.
pandemic. Offices started closing, malls started closing, and people started working from home. So back then, because like I said, my husband and I are both working in retail. So the stores that were operating started closing down. Only those that are operating online, that are on the website, have websites to sell their stuff, are actually
Mm-hmm.
operational. So that gave us the idea that we need to find something that we can do online. And then we remember this opportunity from October. So I look at my old emails, I reached out to the same person, and then I asked my questions. Of course I did my research, And then we realized that, this is something that we should be doing. This is the exact answer that we are looking for. So it took us a little bit of time to of course, do our research. But when we decide, it took us only 2 weeks to get our business up and running. And then by July, we are official business owners. So I am so happy that we have actually done that. Because,
Yeah,
Jessa, I'm gonna continue my story. You
I
know what
know.
happened in July? That July is when I lost my job.
Goodness.
Oh my gosh, really. So the timing of this business really coming into our lives is just perfect.
It's a
Imagine if I
blessing.
don't have this business, a really, really a blessing.
Yeah, thank you for sharing, Liz. And so aside from those, you said about that you because you were looking for something, right? So is there's a biggest why in your life that you are doing this?
Well, of course, the biggest why will always be my family, my husband, my parents back home in the Philippines, my siblings, and all my other relatives. And of course, my our future family. So my husband and I, we are married. We are 4 years married. We still don't have kids yet. We're still praying for it. But as early as now, we want to be able to provide for our children. We want to be able to make sure that their future is secure and we have something to pass on to them. And this business
Yeah,
is giving us that, right? So
yeah,
we're
absolutely.
very thankful that we found this business as early as now.
Thank you, Liz. And yeah, so tell us, if there are something, difficulties or challenges when you started this business.
I think just like all businesses, it's not always just rainbows and sunshines, right? Like any
Yeah,
business that we're setting up, there are still challenges. But I would say that, if for any challenge that we face, it's amazing to know that I have a mentor, I have a coach, and I have a whole group of community, a global community that I can tap into and reach out for help and support. And that has been really amazing because we always say that this business is ours, but we are never alone. There are so many people who can help you set it up, who can
yeah.
help you overcome your challenges and your struggles, and that's really beautiful.
Okay. What's just the biggest lesson that you have learned into this business?
The biggest lesson is actually to take risk and to basically optimize the power of the internet and social media. Because before, the reason why I said that is because I've been on Facebook for the longest time. I think you have been on Facebook as well. But before, we're only using it to chat, to scroll through news or whatever's happening with show business perhaps, or what's going on with the world. But now, being in this business, we realize the potential of using social media, of Facebook in particular, to make your own business and to grow it to a business that will give you and your children and the rest of your family a better future. So that is the biggest learning for me.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, absolutely. I know, we really didn't realize that before, that we could actually use our social media to, run a business online. So it's really
Yes.
is exciting journey. And yeah, so tell us something, three specific things that you love about this business.
Okay, I love that it is very flexible because now that I am back to the corporate world, I need the flexibility to be able to run it. It doesn't require me to sit in front of a computer like from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No, so I can run it during my break time, during my weekends, or during my free time. So flexibility is very important. Second is the training. So the training that we have is very comprehensive. It's step by step, so anybody actually can follow it, whether you are a 19-year-old techie or maybe you're a 6-year-old grandma. You can actually follow the training because it's literally step by step, right? And
Yeah,
I really love the community. So I mentioned before, if you have any challenges in your business, you have any question that you need to ask,
it's
you can
my son
actually tap
behind
into the
me.
community. Oh, hello.
Wanna say hi? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, continue, Liz. Sorry for disrupting.
No worries.
Yeah. So, Yeah, you mentioned about the community and the training, and what was the worst one? You says,
The flexibility.
yeah, the flexibility. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. I love the flexibility about this business too. It's amazing. I know my son is trying to
Yeah, he's trying
have
to dance at the back.
my attention to get. Okay, so yeah, so tell us, what's the biggest impact so far about this business into your life?
The biggest impact this business has in my life is number one, I think, is excitement. And second is also gratitude. So both. Excitement because I've never really run a business before, Jessa, before this. So this is the first business that my husband and I run together. And waking up every day looking at results of the business, looking at the movement that our business has grown from just yesterday, it really excites us and it gives us more inspiration to do much better because we are not only we are not only improving our lives, but we are also helping improve the lives of our mentees, of the people in the community, and all the rest of the people who are also tapping into this potential, into this business. And gratitude because this business, again, this community is all about gratitude. We look at every little thing as something to be thankful for. We look at everything big and small to celebrate about. We tap each other's back. We help each other grow in the business, and we celebrate all of those. So having that positivity around, having the gratitude around, is actually something that we continue to savor each day. So when you wake up in the morning, you feel excited about the business, and you also feel grateful that, of course, you have a business to run. You have, see, that's one of my cats. You have a business to run. You have your family next to you. You have your family to provide for, and you have a family that is your biggest why you're doing this business, right? I'm sure you would relate to that.
Yes. Yeah, I could relate to that. Yeah, so one last question I'm gonna ask you is what would you like to tell others who are interested to explore this business model that we have?
I'd say just go ask your questions. If you have your questions, get your doubts clarified, because if you're just stopping yourself because you're assuming that maybe this is not for you, or maybe you're thinking, oh, it might be this, it might be that, but you don't actually get the answers to your questions, you're just gonna be stuck there. So go ask
Yeah.
your questions. There's no cost in asking your questions. And when you're ready, join us in the live webinar. It's free. You don't have to pay for anything to watch that 90-minute webinar, and check if this business is for you. If this is the business for you, then go ahead, take the next step. But if it's not, then at least you walk away more informed about what we do as business owners. And hopefully we get to share with you some more knowledge that you can take away for yourself.
Yes, absolutely, Liz. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, guys, you heard that. If you really want to know or get on the details, you just attend the live webinar and you could see it for yourself. Yeah, so thank you, Liz, for sharing your journey. And thank you, everybody, for being with us today. And if you're catching us on replay, please let us know. Let us know where you're coming in from. And, you can connect with Liz if you have some more questions, or connect with me. And yeah, so, or you can leave the questions down below. Okay, thank you everybody, and thank you Liz for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jessa. Have a great day.
Have a great day everyone. Bye. See you on my next
Bye.
episode.
Bye.